Brilliance Audio presents The Good Stranger by Dete Meserve, performed by Sarah Naughton. The high-pitched alarm pierced my sleep, jolting me awake. 5 more alarms screeched, squeezed on me from all sides, scrambling my thoughts. I grabbed my phone, groped in the blackness for my shoes, and shoved my feet into them. A baby was crying. Voices shouted in the hall, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. Someone banged on my door, insistent. My body suddenly felt heavy, weighed down by a wave of foreboding. I raced into the hallway, where the alarms wailed, louder now, slamming into my eardrums. Empty. My heart jackhammered. I yanked open the heavy front door and hurried outside into a downpour. Sharp needles of rain pelted my skin, drenching my flimsy pajamas in seconds. Water swirled around my feet, soaking through my shoes. A pudgy man in a black t-shirt shouted at me from the bottom of the stairs. "You waiting on an invitation? Get out of there!" I scurried down the steps and sprinted past a heap of black garbage bags on the sidewalk, then ran across the street to join a group huddled under a skinny tree.
"Did anyone see Artie?"
a woman in faded plaid pajamas was saying, eyes darting.
"I didn't see him come out."
"My cat is still inside," the blonde woman next to me whispered, her face wet with tears. My pulse pounded. "Has anyone called 911? A large guy in a shabby gray bathrobe raced out of the building. "It's a false alarm," he shouted. "I checked every floor. No smoke, no fire." The pajama woman crossed her arms.
"I'm not going back in until the fire department says it's okay."
"Suit yourself," the bathrobe guy said. Up close, he looked older than I had originally thought. 40, maybe, with a dark olive skin and a week's worth of black stubble. He glanced at me. "You the new neighbor?" "Kate Bradley," I answered, sweeping damp hair from my face. "Raymond Cruz." He grasped my hand in a death grip. "Heard you're from L.A. and—" His words were drowned out by the loud blast of a horn and the scream of sirens as an FDNY fire engine barreled up the narrow street. He popped a stick of gum in his mouth. "Welcome to Manhattan, Kate." I was ready for battle. My leather tote was loaded with electronics, a laptop, a digital voice recorder, even though I had a recording app on my phone, and noise-canceling headphones. Gear, running shoes, an umbrella, a small makeup case, and a journalist's armor, pens, notebooks, a cell phone. A cup of coffee buzzed through my veins, and I clutched another one in my hand. I've already scrolled through the morning's headlines, checked Twitter, and texted my boss, the EVP of News at American News Channel, about a story I hope to cover on my first day as a national news correspondent. Squeezed on a Fifth Avenue sidewalk packed with a sea of people and my earbuds at full volume, I was immersed in a rapid rundown of the day's lead stories. That's when I saw them. The little girl with a blonde ponytail giggled as she bounced up and down on her dad's shoulders, high above the throng. Clutching a balloon in her chubby hand, she pointed at the glittering window displays. My eyes met hers, and I flashed her a smile. This was how I'd always imagined the idyllic wonderland known as Manhattan. Glorious blue skies and puffy white clouds on a summer morning. Smartly dressed people heading to important work after grabbing breakfast on an outdoor patio, bustling with waiters, bringing trays of inspired dishes. Then a sudden whoosh of movement and the scrape of tumbling metal. The next thing I knew, I was flat on my stomach, hit by a force so hard it knocked the wind out of me. My bag followed me, spilling its contents across the sidewalk. My coffee cup tumbled a second later, hitting the pavement, then bouncing into the gutter.